jury selection's been amazing. The candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities, and with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy.
I went to a seminar about death.
Okay, you have to tell. You're
Oh
just
my
telling
God.
me this now.
I know, yeah.
Please share. Please share. Why?
I have a friend.
Why were you there, and what did you learn?
I learned that no one really dies, and that, it's just an experience in the physical form, and we're attached to our personalities, but that we're just souls, and that we continue and continue and continue.
Never ain't know what type of monster he was. Lauren?
No, I'm saying Lauren introduced me to Puff.
Oh, got you.
I mean, I knew Puff, but it was more of a personal relationship after, we was at Cassie's birthday.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Nip had no ego. So, you know what I'm saying? Like Nip came to me and said, I want you to mentor me. I want to get into real estate. I want you to teach me all your, like your business secrets. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whenever you got questions, pull up. And then on his last album, people do not know this. Somebody tried to jerk me, but I fixed it. I actually am one of the executive producers of Nipsey Hussle's last album.
Victory Lap.
Yeah, Victory Lap.
In the twisted web of celebrity drama, power, and conspiracy, now unraveling in Diddy's courtroom, a shocking new name has emerged at the center of it all: Lauren London. Once adored as the grieving partner of the late Nipsey Hussle, her name, surfacing in the courtroom during jury selection, immediately sent shockwaves across the internet. Alongside figures like Kanye West and Cassie.
You're saying that there's tapes and they're being
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
Yes, there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood.
The mention of Lauren set off alarm bells. Why was she being brought into this mess? What exactly was her connection to Diddy? And more importantly, what was her role, if any, in the tragic fall of Nipsey Hussle? What followed was a tidal wave of speculation and leaked secrets, dark secrets tied to Diddy's underground empire. The internet, already on fire with theories surrounding his alleged crimes and freaky after-hours lifestyle, began to swirl with a new narrative. A set of leaked tapes.
I sat right here and told y'all there was activity on the darknet. Videos were being distributed and were going to be sold for profit because the diddler needs the money. Did I not say that? Right here.
Allegedly released by members of Diddy's own circle, revealed disturbing footage featuring Lauren London. Footage that many believe holds the key to a sinister plot that's been buried for years. These weren't your typical party clips. According to insiders, these recordings included unauthorized surveillance from Diddy's infamous mansion gatherings.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders.
Wild, depraved events where celebrities unknowingly became subjects of hidden cameras. Word on the street is that over 250 recording devices were planted throughout Diddy's estate, capturing everything from shady business deals to intimate freak-offs, all without consent, and buried in those hours of footage was allegedly Lauren London. At first, this seemed absurd. Lauren had long been seen as the heartbroken widow of Nipsey, a woman who stood by his side during his rise and who mourned his tragic death in the public eye. But as these tapes made their way through Hollywood's underground and as names...
Are people forgetting it was her and Lauren London? I just find it so funny how people are always omitting names and not really looking into the true facts.
Started spilling into court, her proximity to Diddy raised eyebrows. It gets deeper. Insiders, including names like Jaguar Wright and former bodyguard Gene Deal, had been sounding alarms for years, claiming a massive reckoning was coming, one where receipts, tapes, and names would explode into the open. Now, it appeared that moment had arrived, and Lauren was caught in the blast radius, one of the biggest shocks. According to the video, Lauren was the one who introduced Nipsey to Diddy.
Hook up with the biggest rapper at the time. Everything's great. By the way, isn't she Lauren is the one that introduced Nip to Diddy. Diddy couldn't even get to Nip, even though he had ties in L.A. It was Lauren that brought Nip to him.
That's right. Diddy, a powerful industry mogul known for his close connections to Hollywood and his alleged control over certain chosen artists, hadn't been able to get close to Nipsey despite their mutual LA ties. It was through Lauren that the relationship became personal. This was at Cassie's birthday party, a moment that seemed insignificant at the time. But now, in hindsight, that introduction looks like the first domino in a devastating chain reaction. Nipsey wasn't just a rapper. He was building an empire. Real estate, music, education. He was laying out blueprints for community control and generational wealth. He played chess, not checkers, and he did it outside the system, rejecting the game that most artists play to survive in the industry. But the industry doesn't like rebels. It doesn't like men who can't be controlled. According to whispers, on the streets and in backdoor circles, Nipsey's independence made him a target, and some believe that target was marked by none other than Diddy himself. In this alleged plot, Lauren's role starts to look murky. Was she just caught in the middle, or was she playing both sides? Fans began pointing to old photos, ones that, at the time, seemed innocent. Lauren and Diddy at events, laughing, standing closer than expected. And in the background, Nipsey, looking like a stranger in his own relationship. One image in particular stuck with people. Lauren glowing next to Diddy, Nipsey off to the side, his smile subdued. It was after these interactions that Diddy got involved with Nip's most iconic project, Victory Lap. At first, this was seen as a huge win for Nip, getting Diddy's endorsement on his major debut. But now, some are re-examining that moment as a turning point. A trap, perhaps. A way for Diddy to embed himself in Nipsey's legacy, just as he had done with Biggie Smalls. Years before, there's a chilling parallel here. Biggie's final album, Life After Death, came out posthumously after his murder, also shrouded in mystery and surrounded by whispers of industry involvement. Victory Lap, as insiders reveal, was meant to be Nipsey's own Life After Death, and that comparison, fans say, is no coincidence. Former bodyguard Gene Deal claimed it was Nipsey who asked Diddy to help produce the album, wanting that same legendary impact. But once Diddy got involved, Nipsey's world changed. He stopped grinding, the way he used to. He began spending more time at Diddy's mansion. People close to him noticed a change. He looked drained, stressed, different, like a man being pulled into something he didn't fully understand. And then came March 31st, 2019. Nipsey Hussle was shot at least 10 times in front of his marathon. Clothing store in broad daylight. The man arrested, Eric Holder, was sentenced to 60 years, but many have long believed Eric was merely the pawn, not the mastermind. The real puppet master, they say, has yet to be named, and Diddy's name keeps surfacing. Still, one question keeps getting louder. Where does Lauren fit into all of this? In an interview with Angie Martinez, Lauren opened up about her grief, but what she said left fans unnerved. She casually mentioned that Diddy helped her through the pain, that he gave her a strange piece of advice. You've shown everyone what it looks like to love a man. Now show them what it looks like when it all crumbles. He also called her Boo, the same intimate nickname Nipsey once used. For many, this crossed a line. It felt too familiar, too intentional, and it fueled theories that Diddy and Lauren's connection ran deeper than the public knew. Even stranger, Lauren revealed she had attended a death seminar years before Nipsey died, a 2-day spiritual session about grief, loss, and the afterlife. She claimed she'd always felt detached from Earth, that she was preparing for something. Angie Martinez's face during the interview said it all: confused, shocked, concerned, and fans were left wondering, who goes to a death seminar before losing someone, unless you already sensed it coming? The narrative flipped. Was Lauren just grieving, or was she preparing? To add more fuel to the fire, a spiritual reader named Aida came forward with an ominous message. She claimed Lauren had a hand in it all, that her connection to Diddy and Jay-Z placed her in dangerous circles of soul-swapping, control, and manipulation. She referenced Lauren's Puma endorsement, a posthumous branding deal that raised eyebrows. Some fans questioned why Lauren didn't shed public tears the way Nipsey's supporters did. Her grief, they said, felt muted. Her words, rehearsed. Her tribute post, hollow. Of course, some argue this is simply grief showing up in complex ways. Not everyone mourns the same, but others, they're convinced there's more to the story. As Diddy's trial kicks into high gear and as more tapes leak from the shadows, Lauren's name is now officially tied to the case. Whether she is a victim, an accomplice, or something else entirely remains unclear. But what's certain is that the public is no longer watching from the sidelines. They're analyzing, dissecting, and questioning everything they once believed. In a world ruled by power, secrets, and silence, one question echoes. Louder than ever, was Lauren London just mourning Nipsey Hussle, or was she part of the reason he's gone?